With speaker drama and family photos, new Congress gets off to a wobbly start. There was a first day of school energy on Capitol Hill as members of Congress took their oaths and Speaker Mike Johnson flew for his job. Former Representative Matt Gaetz, the Florida congressman turned attorney general nominee turned cable news host with baggage, made a bold proclamation at 9:46 a.m. on the opening day of the 119th Congress. Mike Johnson will be elected Speaker today. Mr. Gaetz, who brought down the last Republican speaker, wrote on social media, on the first vote, "People might like or dislike that. I'm just reporting the news," with potential holdouts hinting at a revolt against Mr. Johnson. It seemed like an overly optimistic statement regarding the fate of an embattled leader presiding over a minuscule majority, but in the end, it turned out that Mr. Gaetz was well-sourced on the story. Several hours in one prolonged roll call vote later, after 6 abstainers finally said Mr. Johnson's name and President-elect Donald J. Trump called in from his golf course in Florida to persuade 2 other defectors to switch their votes. Mr. Johnson won the gavel. The relief was apparent on his anxious face. It felt like an appropriately wobbly start to what promises to be a turbulent Republican majority Congress at the dawn of Mr. Trump's second term. While Mr. Johnson spent the morning huddling in his office suite near the rotunda and talking with holdouts, the Capitol was buzzing with first day of school energy. On the Senate side, Vice President Kamala Harris arrived to swear in 100 senators, including political detractors like Josh Hawley of Missouri and Bernie Moreno of Ohio, who made polite chit-chat with the woman they had lambasted just months ago for her radical agenda. A gaggle of daughters who came with Dave McCormick, the Pennsylvania Republican who unseated Senator Bob Casey, the state's longtime Democratic incumbent, lingered after he took his oath to take a group shot with Ms. Harris, whispering and giggling with her before reluctantly walking off. Back in the House, former Speaker Nancy Pelosi of California received a hero's welcome on her first return to Washington since undergoing an emergency hip surgery after tripping on a marble staircase in Luxembourg. In a stunning move, Ms. Pelosi had traded her signature stilettos for cozy slip-on clogs. She sat near Representative Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader from New York, who kept his expression stoic through Mr. Johnson's travails, as if to silently telegraph that the dysfunction unfolding on the floor was at the hands of Republicans, as per usual. Earlier in the day, as Representative Ronnie Jackson of Texas, who served as White House doctor during Mr. Trump's first term, picked up a new congressional license plate and member pin, he said he was feeling dubious about Mr. Johnson's fate.